give you the time. Now it started over. 2 seconds. And then it's going to die on me. Yeah, it's going to die on me. So, you know, I mean, we talked about quite a bit. What a guy will do. Dirty Dick Danny Spradlin. Really wanted to talk about him. Here's a man who gave up his identity, gave up everything, was ready to basically caught an STD, couldn't get rid of it, so he was quarantined. We almost left him in Japan, and he was still trying to get this broad who gave him the STD, still trying to get her and her child over to the States, sneaking off base when he was on base restriction to go take care of her grocery list and basically be her guppy, because we saw who the broad was. Seriously, and he was, even though I trust him with my life, he was still a guppy. All right, he was from West Virginia. I remember I was 19. I turned 21 in Japan, so at this time I was 20. From California, third in my class. I was the shit when I was at Quantico. Okay. You know, I mean, basically, not even talking about Dirty Dick Danny. We'll talk about my, company first sergeant. He caught an STD, married, big scandal, because when you are a staff NCO or higher, there's clauses, moral clauses, there's conduct clauses. It was a big scandal, let's just say that, when you're company first sergeant. And we're on ship, so you're going off ship to go to shore, to buy the pussy, to fuck the pussy, then to find out 2 days later, usually a day and a half, 2 days later, that your shit's burning. Now keep in mind, you're a company first sergeant, you're married, so if you know the military, especially the Marine Corps, that's all I gotta say. All right, and that's how powerful it is. This man knew what he had at stake. He was a company first sergeant. Okay. Everything. What a guy will do, y'all. What a guy will do. Let's jump right on into Mike Tran. I don't usually use names. Let's see what the more successful. Okay, we talked about the more successful career, women prostitution and men prostitution. And it's my podcast. We're not talking about what a girl will do. We're talking about what a guy will do. Okay. It's amazing, because here we're going to talk about a guy. I looked up to him. Like I said, I was always a fast talker. I was a salesman, so I got my way into where I rented a room from the house that he was renting. Later to find out, but anyways, that was Newport Beach, Ocean View, slamming. Mike Tran was a huge, believe it or not, and didn't even know it at the time, I always thought I was a great salesman, was a better salesman than I and any other salesman that I worked with that I thought was a good salesman would ever be. But when it came to that skirt and heels, y'all, what a guy will do. I've been on several, and if you could speak up on this, I've been on several repo missions with this guy. I was roommates with him, and he used to always, want to compete with me. I mean, I was fresh out the Marine Corps, young, living in Newport, making great money because I just fresh got in the mortgage business. He's trying to compete with me. Now, he was, Asian cat, tennis champion down at Newport Beach Tennis Club, young stockbroker. But when it came to women, I mean, he meet a girl after knowing her for about a week, buy her a car.
Ouch.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't BSing when I said I've been on several repo missions with this guy. Okay, I went to Mexico, Loreto, Mexico, on a trip to an all resort because he had bought the trip for some chick he had just met, and she took his credit card that he let her use, and she bounced in the car that he bought her. Now this guy ended up being
That
a
is
buster.
so
This
classic.
this guy ended up being a buster. But at the time, I used to think this guy was pretty strong. I used to look up to because the way I met him, I was working with one of my best friends at the time, her roommate, doing auto detailing, and it was an account that we had on Newport Beach, right on the sand, right there, and he lived right there, you know. And then moved out of that place and got a huge party house. So this guy's the tits. Drove a BMW M5, you know, but ended up being a straight buster. Yeah. Gave a girl his American Express card. This is when the gold cards were really first hot. You know, where you weren't nobody if you didn't have an American Express gold card. You weren't part of the room. Okay. Baby girl claimed she had to buy her. She didn't have no money for diapers and food for her baby.
Oh God.
And I think she was already driving in a car that he bought her. Okay. This is how I used to come up on my cards, though. I go up on the repos when he selling me cheap. But anyways, so he gives her, after buying her a car, y'all, keep in mind, after only knowing her for about a week, maybe a week and a half. Anyways, he gives her his American Express. Like I said, this is when they first were hot. When it first was, you was somebody if you got the American Express gold card. She was supposed to only spend $300. I thought that was a lot. Diapers and food for your baby.
Back then.
But hold on. I haven't even touched on the... See, these women out here in Montgomery, they think they shady, think they're getting over with their little $20 plays, little $10 plays. No. We talking about that. Let me pimp you to some game. White girls in Newport Beach getting cars, condos. The deal was she could spend a couple $100. I think $3. Get you some diapers. The broad maxed out his card at $5,000. Now, that's not even the ticket. That's not the kicker. He's done this before. This is his MO because he's just so under that power. This is what a guy will do. The broad lives in Newport Beach, y'all. Okay? Those who know. Over around the corner, an apartment complex by Fashion Island. I'm saying no more. But she had this motherfucker convinced that she needed money for diapers and food for a baby. She's living in an apartment that costs $2,500 a month, probably $3,000 a month.
That he was paying?
No. He bought her the car, paid for it straight cash. Gave her the credit card because she needed diapers and food for her baby. Living in Newport Beach. She took his card, he said you could spend $300, she maxed it at $5. What a guy will do. Like I said, this guy, he was Asian, he was Japanese, Mike Tran. He was very smart, stockbroker, tennis champion.
There's men out there that are very gullible, and there's women out there that are very slick.
Really?
Lots of them.
So the women out there know what a guy will do.
They know what.
See, I'm glad you're speaking on this
depending
now.
on who they run into. They know how to pick them.
There's this movie, it's called Hustlers with Jennifer Lopez. You seen that movie?
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. She's a stripper. And once her age kicks in, she still looks great. I mean, even to this day, Jennifer Lopez, I'm 56, she's got to be 55. Fucking slamming. Mm-hmm. Anyways, once they find that they're not making any money stripping, they go to scheming on the guys. They drug them and then get them to max out their credit cards. What a guy will do. Now, do you blame her? Or do you blame him? I mean, you're a grown-ass man.
No, you're grown. Nobody told you to be out there.
But what the girls doing, what the girls are doing, they know it's not right. It's bad because they have a talk about it, and the Asian broad doesn't feel right about it, and so it's wrong.
They know it's wrong
because they get them drunk to where the guys aren't authorizing.
Pass out.
And they're not authorizing no kind of charge.
Yeah.
What a guy will do, though, he didn't even get the pussy. Damn.
No, he didn't.
Well,
none of them did.
and that's usually what happens. 95% of the time, what a guy will do He does crazy things, and he still doesn't get rewarded for it. He just gets taken over. You know, I got a topic coming up that I'm really gonna dig into. I got it. It's nice guys finish last, good guys finish last. What a guy will do. All right, we chopping it down. I've talked about married folks, Marine Corps folks, Dirty Dick Danny, who almost didn't make it back from Japan back to the States, and still was doing what he could to fight to get this girl to the States. I've talked about how they're gonna, cheat and then pay for the deceit, and then catch an STD on top of that. And then create a major scandal because he is an E8 in the military. USMC. That means he's been in the military for over 30 years. He's a company first sergeant. He wrote the SOP, but he still went out there and did what he did. What a guy will do. You know, we talked about quite a few things. I mean, I don't know where we are on format because it's chopped me off, it's set me up again, chopped me off, set me up, but I think I got it, We're going to end it with this, though. We're going to end it with this. This is John Lee with my wife, Lizette Lee. B-Swag Podcast, that's 3Gs, podcast.com, brought to you by Off the Hook with B-Love. Great fishing channel on YouTube. We're going to end it with this. We talked about Mike Tyson. We tried to get into the Kardashians, and thank God, power outage or whatever the hell you want to call it, because I was about to lay into them because they have really stripped some serious folks, serious men. Okay? Shit. We're thankful Kanye West got out of there alive. Okay?
These men would do. They're one of them Kardashians.
What a guy will do. I mean, we're talking about, I wanted to end it with Ray J because Ray J, check out his song, Google search his song. Hit it first. Who is that, mama? But, again, we started off with this. My definition, what a guy will do. I mean, he'll lose his mind, give up his soul and his manhood. I did it. I was making great money, losing my father all at the same time. So my excuse was I got lost in that. But, I damaged relationships with family over that. Because what a guy will do. We talked about Mike Tyson, Robin Givens. We talked about Adam and Eve. It's been going back since the biblical days. What a guy will do. Bonnie and Clyde. I said this earlier, and I said, think about this. Those who know. Those who are really in tune with me know what I'm talking about. Those who are in tune with this topic, what a guy will do. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it slowly. Bonnie and Clyde. Notice Bonnie's name is first. Hello. What a guy will do. Go rob fucking banks next to a skirt because she told him to do it. And then get him shot up at the end. They don't end up heroes. They die massacrely. Whatever that word is. They die. What a guy will do, y'all. That's Bonnie and Clyde. Equal homicide. Got me a down-ass nigga on my team. That Ice Cube song. Notice it's the female saying she got her a down-ass. Get out of here with that. What a guy will do, y'all.
Oh, that's a good one.
Bruce Jenner.
Oh.
Bruce motherfucking Jenner. Olympic gold medalist winner. Went and paid for a pussy. Not paid to go get pussy. Paid to have one installed. All I know, he was married to Kris Jenner. Kris Kardashian. The leader of the Kardashians. They fucked up a lot of men, y'all. Reggie Bush. I mean, shit. Guys I didn't even know about. James Harden. Maybe that's why he's always running from team to team. Nick Cannon.
Ouch.
Nick motherfucking Cannon. I hope he don't have no babies by him because you know he's got about 30 of them. Wilding out, y'all. Okay.
What a guy would do.
What a guy would do.
Let me get these girls pregnant for what?
And he's got an empire on his own, but he's got another empire. Travis Scott's still married. He's still married to Kylie. Okay. He's still married to Kylie. He's still kicking it in there. Tristan Thompson, he still has a relationship with Khloe. Yo, Adam and Eve. I mean, hell. This is almost like when I found out about Maya Angelou. Adam and motherfucking Eve. Okay? Say no more. Say no more. So, we talked about it a lot. Talked about STD stories. Talked about staff NCOs, not NCOs, staff NCOs in the military, in the armed services. Don't give a damn. In charge of troops, not men, troops. Don't give a damn. We talked about a guy we almost had to leave in Japan. He didn't give a damn what a guy will do. Hey, y'all, this is John Lee. It's been fun. It's been interesting. I had to, overcome some challenges. Hope it worked out. I'm going to do the editing. I've never edited before, but we're going to give it a shot, see what happens. We got some great topics coming up here on B-Swag Podcast. That's 3Gs. Podcast.com.
Subscribe.
Please go on the website, bswagpodcast.com, and subscribe. Go on Spotify for podcasters, or podcasters for Spotify, B-Swag Podcast, 3Gs Podcast. Please.
We're grateful for your support.
Keep listening, though. That's all I care about. Keep listening. We're at 109, y'all. We're climbing. We're at 109. What a guy will do. We found out, didn't we? I'm going to hit y'all with the feed coming up. It is. I want to do it right because that's my home. All right? And there's some great names that's come out of that area. So I'm going to do it right, but we're going to leave y'all with this note right here. If a guy didn't do, what would the girl do? Something to think about. It's John Lee, y'all. B-Swag Podcast, 3Gs, podcast.com. I'm out.
Later.